Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome again. Yeah, it's so nice to have you, some of you already joining the session. Like yesterday, we're gonna start 5 minutes earlier to just give you a little bit of information about the workshop and the days that are coming, and what we have also done yesterday. Welcome to the second session of the Secrets to Success in Lettering and Illustration workshop series. For those who haven't seen yesterday's session and don't know me, my name is Elias Prado. I will be your host for today's session and for the upcoming ones, and then later on I will pass the mic to Martina so she can do the workshop. But I want to just make a quick introduction to let you know that, as you probably know already as well, this is a 4-day session workshop. That means that yesterday we had the first session. Today we're going to have the second one. We're going to take a break in between the weekends so we can retake the workshop series on Monday and then on Tuesday. The time for all of the sessions are the same. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Time if you're in America, and that's around 3 p.m. if you're in Europe, right? Central Time. So yes, I will love to see in the chat if you were here yesterday, and if you haven't been here yesterday, we would like to introduce you to know where you're joining from, to tell us your name and where you're watching this workshop from, right? This is how we kicked off yesterday, and we love to see all of our audience's background and yeah, just where in the planet you're watching this worship series from, right? So just comment in the chat. Hello, my name is Elias. I'm watching this from Berlin. Yes, and we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, just to set some expectations on how this workshop is gonna go. It's gonna be really similar to yesterday's session. That means that it's gonna be a quite interactive session. You will get to participate and to also work during the session a lot. And we're gonna ask you to write things in the chat, right? Your goals, your purposes. Today we're gonna speak about income streams. So it's gonna be quite interactive and quite demanding from your not only your attention but also your participation, right? And we love to see these things happening in live, right? So have your keyboard handy so you can start writing in the live chat, and remember to open this event on YouTube so you can have access to the live chat, and just keep an eye open and just hear the call to actions that we're gonna give you through the session, right? Yes. So any questions that you might have during the session, we're gonna just be answering them on the go. So during this live stream, you will get the chance to just drop the questions in the chat, and we'll be picking up on them and answering them on the go. If you don't hear an immediate answer right away, just be patient, bear with us. We're gonna make sure that no question gets unanswered, and yeah, just things that you want to comment, please drop them in the chat. I will be in charge of picking up these things and yes, just throwing them at Martina so she can give you a word for it, right? So I want to also reiterate on something that we discussed yesterday. As you probably might know already, we're gonna do a draw to win a one-to-one coaching session with Martina for free. And you'll have to participate for that. It's not enough to be registered to these workshops, but you will have to guess 3 secret words that we are looking for, and we are dropping 1 hint per workshop. That means that yesterday we dropped 1 hint. It was a secret letter, which is the letter C, and today we're gonna drop another one. So this works that we're gonna drop 3 words and 3 letters in total. Yesterday's, today's, and on Monday we're gonna drop the 3rd one. And by Tuesday we're gonna give you a small link with a small form to complete the 3 secrets words of this workshop. And after you complete it and you send it to us, you will have the chance to win the one-to-one coaching session with Martina. So yes, more information will come. We'll be touching on this often, and just keep your eyes peeled by the end of this session, because we're gonna drop the 2nd secret letter, and on Monday just be sure to be there so you can catch the 3rd one, right? So yes, let me know in the chat where you're joining from. I'm just seeing some comments here. Okay, there's quite some action here.
There's some that joined from yesterday. Maybe they can let us know what they thought about
Yes,
the workshop yesterday.
absolutely. Please let us know also what you thought about the workshop yesterday. If you had fun with it, if you wrote some things that you didn't know you had it in you. You wrote some goals that you didn't even know that you wanted. It just needed to put it in words in the chat. If you discover new purposes, how you liked yesterday's session, right? Please drop them in a few lines in the chat. We'll love to hear your feedback on it. And we'll ask the same on Monday about this session. So yeah, just save a minute to think about it and to drop it in the chat. We'll love to hear about it. I'm seeing some people joining from Dubai, from Croatia, Priscilla from Brazil, Paula from New Jersey. She was here yesterday. How, Paula, again? So glad to see you joining again. Matias from Argentina, Anya from Austria again. Welcome back, Anya. Jessica, I know you were also here yesterday from Baltimore. Chavela, Xavi, an Argentinian living in Barcelona. I think also that rings a bell from yesterday's chat. Joki from the Green Nib is saying yesterday workshop was great, purposeful, excited for today's session. Yes, we are excited too. Jessica is still working, thinking about the impact part. Yes, work on that, Jessica. You'll have plenty of time in the weekend to catch up and just to sit and think about your purposes and goals. that we discussed yesterday. For those who couldn't join yesterday, we send you a link with the replay, and we're gonna send another link with the replay today after the second session. You will always have the replays available for you to watch and to even rewatch things if you want, right? Jenny Lee is saying that yesterday was great. I love how your purpose fits into specific niche. Here from Philadelphia. Hello, Jenny. Welcome. So excited after yesterday. It also made me start thinking more specifically about what I want to create. Yes, Paula. Great. Wow, it's so great to hear your feedback. Yes, and just to reiterate on a couple of things that I commented, remember that this is a 4-day workshop series. That means that we had one session yesterday, the second session is today, and following sessions are Monday and Tuesday of next week. So we're gonna have the weekend for a break, and they are happening at the same time. That means 9 a.m. If you're in the Americas, Eastern time, or 3 p.m. if you're around here in Europe, right? So I think we are on time to start, and I'll just pass the mic to Martina, and she can take it from here. And yeah, I'm really excited for this session.
Hello, everybody. I was just reading the comments on the chat, and I was so excited to discover that you got a lot of value from yesterday's session. And I want to tell you, specifically replying to the comment of Aurélie, and some of you who have commented on, hey, yesterday's session was great. It was great to put my thoughts and to put some focus on what my purpose is on starting to make a living as a lettering artist and illustrator. And I want to tell you that this is something that you will be refining throughout the sessions, and you will be refining throughout the time in which you will be in business with your skills as a lettering artist and illustrator. This is what is great about shaping your purpose and your vision as a lettering artist, as a commercial artist, is that you get to change it throughout the years. It's not a fixed thing. It's something that is dynamic, and it changes with you. Your business is shaped around you, and as you move forward in your life, your business will change and that vision will change, right? So I'm really excited that yesterday's session was informative, instructive, inspiring for many of you. For those that haven't joined yesterday's session, I want to say hello. I want to introduce myself again. This is Martina Flor. I'm an award-winning lettering artist, author, educator. I'm also the founder of Studio Martina Flor, a studio in lettering and custom typography here in Berlin. And I'm also the founder of Live Now, the one and only coaching program for lettering artists and illustrators. And this is the session 2 of my workshop series, Secrets to Success in Lettering and Illustration. And I'm really excited that you're here. Now, yesterday's session was really insightful. You made a lot of work. And as I always say, you are the ones that are putting in the work. I'm giving you the tools, I'm giving you the frameworks, but you are the ones who are putting that into action. And this is what I want for you throughout these 4 sessions, that you really take this time and you really use this time to put some thought, put some focus into working in your business, into working in your goals. If you haven't launched your business yet, this is a great space for you to start thinking about what is possible for you. If you are already running a freelance business, then this is a great space for you to put in the focus into, stop the grind, the everyday grind, and put in the focus and the time to work on your business, to put some head and thought into what you're doing right now and how to improve what you're doing, right? So I want you to invite you to turn off notifications on your phone, turn off notifications on your computer. We're going to spend the next hour together, and I hope that after this hour, you will have a lot of clarity around income streams, which is what we are going to talk about in this session. I'm going to teach you how to make an income with your skills. And more importantly, this will help you map out possible income streams for your business. So if you haven't launched your business yet, and you haven't launched yourself as a freelancer, and you aren't sure on how to make income with your skills, or if you are an established freelancer. So this is for you if you haven't launched your freelance business. This will give you clarity on how to make income with your skills. And if you are an established freelancer looking to have a clear set of additional income streams, you will discover in this session how lettering artists and illustrators like you and like me can make money with their work, and why it's critical that you focus your energy into this now. So just to recap a little bit of what we've been doing yesterday, in workshop number 2, we talked about the creative business vision, right? And which is essentially a clear north, a vision for your business that includes the work you love doing, your lifestyle goals, the things that you want to achieve in your life, and the purpose and the people that you can help with your work, right? So the purpose of your business, right? And I shared with you how this is gonna immediately help you finally start doing the work that you love and doing it for the people that really need it, right? Which at the end of the day is gonna help you sustain your living and sustain your lifestyle goals, right? So if you haven't been in that workshop and you're attending this one live, promise me, and write it on the chat, promise me that you will go watch that session, because every session will build up on the previous one, right? And if you're watching this as a replay, just stop this video and go check that session first and then come back to this one, right? Now, I want to share some screenshots from yesterday's session, because I mean, the chat was on fire yesterday. You shared your goals, you shared your purpose, and it was so inspiring and so touching in a lot of in a lot of cases, right? And I want to share some of the things that you share in the chat. First, some of you shared your purpose. What could be the purpose of your business? What could be the purpose of you starting a business as a freelance lettering artist or illustrator? What would be the purpose of you using lettering and illustration to work for the people that need it the most? And these are some of the things that you share on the chat. And it's incredible just to see how in a 1-hour session you got so much clarity around, you know, what your goals are, what your purpose is, what you would like to see in the world, right? And as I said before, this doesn't stop here. This, you know, your purpose continues to change, and you will be polishing your purpose throughout time. But already, you know, after 1 hour of work together, that you have gotten clarity around this is a big win. And I also want to share some of the goals that you share on the chat yesterday, because this is really why we are here. This is really why we are, you know, investing this time, investing our focus into making this happen. Because at the end of the day, we want to support our goals. We want to support a life that the life that we want, which involves, you know, for some of you, spending more time with children or with your children, or having freedom of schedule, or making a living with your skills and making the work you love. For some of you, it means traveling the world, right? And for all of us, it means something different. And it's so important that you get this clear, because your goals, your lifestyle goals, your life goals are the one thing that will keep you pushing forward, the one thing that will always keep you going for the next thing, overcoming the challenges that come with, you know, starting a project like a freelance business, right? So I want to put this forward, because this is the thing that we're working for at the end of the day, right? These are the things that we are for which we are meeting here today and investing 1 hour of our time together just to reach these goals, right? So I wanted to put that front and center so that you don't forget about all the work that you did yesterday, because it's been, I think, for many of you, it's been revealing just to put on paper, why are you in business? Why you would like to start a business, for those that don't have a freelance business yet, right? What are the things that you want to achieve in life, which are ultimately the things that a freelance business will enable for you, or should be enabling for you, right? So In today's session, I'm gonna build up on that, and I'm gonna share with you another simple framework to make income with your skills. Think of this as the first step towards making this happen, right? This is an entirely new way of thinking about freelance, about the freelance business as a lettering artist and illustrator. So I want you to pay close attention to this, and I'm also gonna share with you experiences and stories from other lettering artists and illustrators that I have worked with and I have guided throughout the years, so that you can see what is possible for you, right? So let me just go through the outline for today's workshop. So the goal of this workshop is essentially to break free of the idea that you need to have a huge client base to make a living with your skills. This way, you will never have to worry about how to generate income beyond client assignments, right? Which means that you will be able to have control and autonomy over your business. So we have a lot to cover today. And I want you to prepare your notepad, your pencil, because you're gonna take a lot of notes along the way. As I invited you yesterday in the beginning of the workshop, throughout these sessions, you will come up with a lot of ideas in relation to your freelance business and to making an income with your skills, right? So beyond the exercises that I'm proposing to you, just make note of those ideas that pop up as we go through the sessions, right? Because these are the things that are really valuable from investing the time into attending this workshop, right? So anytime. And with this, I want you to kind of think along with me. Anytime you're trying to make an income with your skills, it's inevitable that you will hit some roadblocks, right? You might have experienced some of them already. And, things like, I don't have connections. This is the typical one. Like, I want to start making a living with my skills, but I don't have the right connections, or I'm freelancing already and I'm trying to find jobs and opportunities when it comes to my lettering and illustration skills, but I just don't have the connections, right? Or I don't have the clients, right? Or a client ghosted me, right? So you had an opportunity, but the client disappeared, right? And if any of this sounds familiar, let me know in the chat. But I want to tell you that this is totally normal. And a lot of us go into business believing that client work will be the only source of income for us. And so much so that oftentimes clients are in control of our business. And it's not us, but it's them giving us the jobs, right? But only if you simply accept this as a plain truth, then it will be really hard to make an income as a lettering artist or illustrator, right? It would just be really hard. If you think that this is the way it needs to be, then it would just be really hard to make an income as a lettering artist and illustrator, right? And I want to tell you still that I know where you're coming from, and I get that it feels like many of the things are not in your control, right? And it is frustrating to come up against these things again and again. And I've been there myself, and I've seen other lettering artists and illustrators going through the same thing. So I want to tell you that I get it. And it's especially stressful because you know that getting past these challenges are key in helping you be in the driver's seat of your business and to be able to generate income with your skills beyond client work, right? So in this workshop, I'm going to share a simple framework I want to make it easier for you, right? And I want to share with you a simple framework to create income streams for your business. This is the one I follow to create income streams for my business. And I can tell you that I have explored so many different income streams with the business throughout the years. And this simple framework is going to save you a lot of time and money trying to, try things that maybe work for others, but not specifically for you. So this simple framework that I'm going to share with you is going to help you brainstorm income streams that are aligned with you and your specific expertise, your specific goals and ideas, and also your own specific experiences. And you will notice that even those experiences that are completely unrelated or that seem completely unrelated can be instrumental in helping you generate income with your skills in this new stage of your professional life. So, one thing I want to tell you is that, as I told you before, I want to bring attention to something that often gets overlooked, and as you begin to see this on a practical level, it's important to have into account. And ignoring this virtually guarantees that you will have a tough time trying to make a living as a lettering artist or illustrator. And it is easy to think that you need to have the right connections and have tons of clients to make a living as a lettering artist or illustrator, or to make it in the lettering and illustration industry. And this is a dangerous assumption to make, because, and I don't want you to fall in this trap, right? And, many of us at some point believe that this is true, and myself included, I have to say. And this is the big assumption why many lettering artists and illustrators are struggling right now. So coming up, I want to reveal to you and debunk this old belief and let you see why you don't need to have tons of clients and tons of connections to make it in the lettering and illustration industry, right? So let's move right into today's exercise. Today we're gonna map our income streams, and yes, it's gonna drop on the chat like yesterday. It's gonna drop a PDF that you can download. It's a simple PDF that you are gonna fill in yourself, and I'm gonna guide you through the process of filling in this income stream map. So Elias, can you drop the link on the chat? It's already there. For those that are watching this as a replay, I'm just gonna check my chat. For those that are watching this as a replay, just remember that you will have the link to download this PDF right below this video. Is that right, Elias? Yes, I hope so. Good. So let's move on to the income streams map. Let me know if you all downloaded this PDF. It's a very simple PDF, and you can just directly complete each one of the columns, right? So this income streams map is composed by 3 columns. In the first one, I want you to list all the things that you're capable of doing. And I want you to list all the things that, even those that are unrelated to what you want to do, because we know we have something clear in this workshop. There's something that is clear, and that is that we want to do, and you want to do, lettering or illustration, right? So this is the one thing that we have clear here, right? And we are gonna write it down right away. So this is the one thing that you want to do. This is the work that you love doing, and this is the one thing that is clear about this workshop, that we are speaking about the industry of lettering and illustration, right? Now, you know, throughout the years, throughout your previous experiences, work experiences or life experiences, you have gained valuable insights and assets, right? Now, many of them, you may come from a totally different industry, right? I'm thinking of Nina, for instance. She was one of the members of my coaching program, and she came from she had been working 20 years in marketing, right? And she wanted to pivot to illustration, and she believed, or she felt that she had to start over with whatever she was doing, right? But she had 20 years of experience managing clients, helping them with their marketing plans. So she came along with a lot of experiences. The only thing is that she felt that she had to learn everything over again, right? Now, all of these experiences that she had with her were instrumental in helping her in this new stage of her professional life, right? And this is what I want you to, this is where I want you to stand right now, to see all the experience that you have had before as instruments for you to start this new stage in your professional life. If you are studying, if you want to start new as a freelance illustrator or lettering artist, or if you are doing or if you're freelancing and you're a graphic designer, for instance, and you want to pivot into lettering, I want to see your experiences, your previous experiences, as assets that you can use to help you with that, right? So back to the PDF. I want you to write on the first column, what are the things that you are capable of doing? And I'm going to give you an example with myself. For instance, some of the previous experiences that I had in the past where I was a telemarketer. You wouldn't believe it. I was a telemarketer. I was an assistant teacher at university. When I was 19 years old, no, 20 years old, I was an assistant teacher at the design class at university, right? In art school. I took acting classes. I took acting classes for 4 years. You wouldn't believe it. Or maybe you would. What else? Well, those are already enough. So as you can see, all of these are unrelated or apparently unrelated with lettering, right? However, these experiences give me assets, give me insights into things that I can do, right? And I will show you later how you can use these assets, these experiences, and connect them with what you want to do to create an income stream. But first, take the time to write down what are the things that you're capable of doing. What are the experiences that you have gone through in life? For instance, you have been an art director, or you have experience managing clients or managing projects, or you have experience at coordinating meetings or coordinating projects, or you have had experience teaching, facilitating meetings. I'm just throwing things that could be the kind of experiences that you have had in the past. So just write on the sheet and share some of them on the chat, so that we can see all the different experiences that we have, even if they are unrelated with the one thing that we want to do. And don't be ashamed. I just told you that I was a telemarketer, that I took acting classes. What else? What else could I share here? Elias, am I forgetting something?
I don't know if you are, but somebody threw an interesting question on the chat.
Yes.
It says, it's by story bounding. When you say capable,
Is your mic on? Okay, so Elias is just passing on some of the questions that were dropped on the chat.
Story bounding, she says, or he says, when you say capable, do you mean stuffs we are good at, or also the stuff we are kind of rubbish at but could do in a pinch?
Well, I would say things that you have that you have done in the past. So, for instance, acting classes, or assistant teacher, well, let's go back to acting classes. So in acting classes, I gained a lot of insights and tools to, for instance, use my body language to express feelings and communicate ideas. I also gain skills at dictation and kind of working with my voice to sort of create different moods in a conversation or in a speech, right? So these are, these are kind of, I'm kind of like uh, um, going deeper into what acting classes mean to me, or what this experience of taking acting classes brought into my toolbox, let's say, right? But write down, let's say, like the experiences that you have gone through and with which you feel that you have gained any tool, right? That you feel, hey, I was working at this job, and I was I was coordinating meetings with clients, and I was pretty good at it. I was doing it fine. Or I was a telemarketer, and people enjoy talking to me. I had very few people just hanging up on me, right? Like things like this, like identifying what are some of the skills that you have, that are kind of good, or come naturally to you, or you're kind of good at. So I'm starting to see. I hope that I answered that question. I don't know who was asking this question. Story bounding. So I hope that I answered your question. If not, let me know. Do your favorite hobbies count as experience? Of course, Rebecca. Yes, totally. Brazil, I took pottery classes. Oh, I see something there. Yes, write it down. Carpentry, industrial design, and even so, Mapabits is saying carpentry and industrial design, and I invite you to go a little bit deeper into that. So when you say industrial design, what are the what is the fine print of that? What are the the additional skills that industrial design brings? The ability of planning, the ability of mapping out all the tools that you need, or mapping out all the specific parts that are involved into a product, right? So try to go a little bit deeper into those things. Like when you say graphic design, what are the things that come with the skill of a graphic designer, right? So I see Jogi saying project manager, teacher of English and Dutch, recruiter. Yes. Yeah, and in this idea, another example, I'm just taking some of the things that you're dropping on the chat so that you can also go a little bit deeper into this into these ideas. So recruiter, right? What are the specific skills that a recruiter has? The skill to read between lines, right? To sense the room, to sense, when someone is replying to your question, to see if that person is being kind of honest with you, or is telling you the truth, or to be able to identify beyond what the person is saying, right? Empathy. Those are skills, or additional skills that come with the practice of a recruiter, right? Or these are the things that you kind of learn in the doing, right? So the same things when I'm looking, for instance, at the examples that I wrote down here, with, I told you, acting classes, all this body language in the tone, the voice. Assistant teacher, I kind of gained the skill to be able to identify struggles in a student, or to identify how to the common or the kind of like the community, the group could help in a specific project, or the community comments, or the comments of the group of students could inform certain projects, or the value of that feedback. So this is the fine print of what you will be writing here in the left column. Oh my God. So I just want you to stop right now and read the chat, because I just want to tell you that you come with so many experiences. You already have so many skills that you are not aware of, right? And I want to tell you that everything that you have written in the chat will serve you in this new stage of your professional life, right? Will serve you in building a career that you love, right? Even if you think that you are starting from scratch, even if you are pivoting careers, this will be instrumental in whatever you want to do. And I want you to see the chat, because there's so much that you know already. There's so much that you can do already, right? Now, once you get the left column completed, you have the second column, which is clear for us right now. And that's a lot already. I want to tell you that that's a lot. Having clarity on what you want to do, what makes you happy, what is the work that you love doing, is already a big step, right? Now, I want you to, let me just grab a tool here on my presentation. So what I want you to do is to connect some of the skills that you have here on the left column and brainstorm what could be a potential income stream, or a potential thing that you could do with that, right? Just to give you an example. So for me, it was clear that when I put together my skills as an assistant teacher, and dealing with students and coordinating feedback sessions and giving feedback to students, for me, approaching a class, a workshop, was a no-brainer. And it wasn't also scary, because I felt, hey, I've done this already, Being in a class with a bunch of students is not scary for me. It's actually pretty easy. It feels easier for me to do that than to sit around the table with a client, right? So this is the first thing I ever did when I started my studio as a lettering artist, right? I offered workshops, right? Because for me, this was a lot easier than just talking to clients and approaching clients. At that time, of course, it wasn't only about the fact of speaking to clients or having client meetings or conducting client meetings, but it was also that I had, on top of that, I had all these language barriers, because I had relocated from Buenos Aires, Argentina to Berlin, right? So for me, teaching a workshop was much easier, because I could use my previous experiences and put them together with my skill, which is lettering, and teach other people, right? So that is just to give you an idea and to show you how oftentimes, or sometimes, approaching a different way of creating income with your skills, it's easier than getting clients, right? And so this is just one idea. Then when I also put together, for instance, acting classes with lettering, this is when I started thinking of me as a speaker. So this is where I started thinking, like, hey, maybe I can speak about lettering and kind of preach about lettering and typography because I also knew about my craft, and I felt I could illuminate or enlighten other people with this knowledge that I had. But also, I had the skills to stand on a stage and talk to people, right? And it wasn't the first time for me being at a stage. So I thought, well, this seems easier than sitting around the table or sitting face to face with a client. I hope you can see by giving you these examples how this can help you break away from the idea that you need clients to build a business around your skills as a lettering artist or illustrator. Because oftentimes we get so fixated around the idea of like, I need to find clients. How do I find clients? How do I start conversations with clients? And we forget about the fact that perhaps we have other skills, we have other experiences that are second nature to us, that are much easier to us to get us started than finding clients, right? Now, if you want to find clients and you want to go for it, you can also do it. What I want to show you here is to show you the world of possibilities that is available for you beyond client work, right? And I want to see what the chat is saying here. Oh, there's so much going on here. Okay, amazing. So I want you to write down the first column. You have it already. You know, you are clear around what you want to do. Now, list the possible income streams for you. I just show you an example. List what could be a possible income stream for you by connecting some of the things in the first column or one of the skills in the first column with what you want to do. List and brainstorm what could be a possible income stream for you, right? What could be something you could do with your skills and with the things that you're capable of doing to generate income for your business. So I want to give you some minutes so that you can already start filling in the third column. And then we're gonna drop all these ideas on in the chat. And I want to inspire you with some ideas of some of the members of my coaching program, because I think the stories or the real life stories are the ones that are really inspiring, because they show you that, you know, if they can do it, you can do it as well. So I want to give you an example. So for instance, there's Vera Dremanowski. So Vera, Vera, I don't know exactly if I'm saying it right. I think it's Vera. So Vera, she creates this very intricate lettering, and she creates these very decorative compositions with a lot of details and flowers and beautiful, right? But it's super intricate. It's so personal, and she. Because she creates this very personal work and this very intricate work, in order to save herself time, she created her own brushes, right? So she developed some digital brushes to save herself time in creating her artwork, right? And at some point, people started asking her, like, "Hey, how do you do that? Like, how do you create that that specific, how do you do that pattern, or how do you do those embellishments, right?" And at some point she realized, like, hey, if people wants to do that thing or wants to create that effect that I'm creating with my brush, perhaps I could sell this brush and offer it so that they can use it, right? And this is how Vera started selling her brushes and creating an additional income stream for her business. And as I said before, for her, this was second nature. It was there already, right? It was just, it was done, right? And it didn't require much of her work. And it was really a skill that she had because she created this very intricate lettering work. She had developed that skill to create brushes or digital brushes, and she turned that into an income stream for her business, right? So that's a great example of how something that for you is second nature, is obvious, can become a great asset to help you generate income with your skills, right? Another example, let me think. Let me give you the example of Andrea. So Andrea she creates murals in public space, and she creates lettering murals in public space. So she has this ability to create lettering at scale, which is pretty challenging. It's not as easy as it may seem, and I can tell you, I have an ampersand on the wall of my studio, and it's just an ampersand, and it took us two people. Elias was there as well. It took us 2 days to paint that ampersand on the wall, and it was so challenging. It's just one letter, and she creates this very intricate lettering pieces on murals on the street with flowers and all. And so she has this skill, right? So she doesn't only use that to create work for clients. She creates work for the city of Toronto. She's based in Canada. But now she is using that skill and sharing that with others. So she is hosting workshops on how to create murals on public space, which have apparently an additional with bringing additional challenges, because it's public space, it can rain and people pass by and all of that, right? So that's something that is, for her, is second nature. But for some people, this is so valuable that they are willing to pay for that, right? To pay for her teaching this workshop. And she has created through that an additional income stream for her business, right? So let me see. I hope that you have gone through some of the, or you have brainstormed some potential income streams. I'm going to give you some more minutes. Oh, okay, there's some already. So Aftri is already posting some ideas. So another example I can give you is the one of Stephanie. So Stephanie, she was part of the coaching program in 2021. And Stephanie, she had experience at creating outlines for online classes. And she was doing that for clients and for other people. And at some point she realized, hey, I have this skill. Why don't I create an outline for my own online class, right? And this is what she did. And the thing is that she's now offering in a very well-known online classes platform, and she's generating monthly income, passive income to her business, because she used that one skill to create something that for her was second nature, and she was doing for other people just like that. She used that to create an outline for her own class and promote also her own work through that online class. And it's the best-selling class ever. To be honest, she was surprised to discover that her class is selling more than many other very popular classes on that platform. So just to give you some ideas and spark some ideas so that you can see what is possible for you. So drop on the chat some of the things that you have already written on the third column of the income streams map. And I'm gonna pick up on that in just a second. And what is great about this, what I love about this exercise is that you never start from scratch. And this is so empowering because we often think, and I thought the same when I started my business in lettering. I have a training as a graphic designer. In fact, when I started my business as a lettering artist, I was in my 30s. And I thought, I thought, well, is it too late to pivot? Because I will be basically starting again over, right? And what I think is great from this exercise is that it shows you right on your face that you never start over, that everything that you have done in the past equips you and is instrumental in whatever you want to start new, right? So let me see what you are posting. I'm gonna pick up. So Anna is thinking of workshops, patterns to sell through platforms like Society6 or Creative Market. Jessica, wedding party graphics and invitations. That's amazing because you're already including some of the things that you discovered in the previous exercise of discovering your purpose, right? So you are already catering for a certain market, right? Oh, okay. Rob, drawing, building stuff out of cardboard, organizing, teaching. Okay, these are your skills. YouTube. So these are the income streams that Rob is brainstorming. YouTube channel, events, galleries, festivals, workshops, having a shop, murals, kid stuff. Oh, yes, amazing. In fact, I have an example of kid stuff. Is also one of the members of my coaching programs. He's called Tesai. And Tesai, he has two children, and you could tell that, and you can tell that his two children are very important in his life. And with his lettering and illustration skills, so Tesai pivoted from art direction and graphic design into lettering. And he started, along with that, he started a workshop series for kids. And he's hosting this workshop series for kids. He has gotten partners to support this workshop series, and he has also created promotional material that he also sells at shops. And this promotional material that I'm speaking about is essentially coloring postcards. So he produced from this experience at working with children, he produced these coloring postcards that he also sells at shops. So just to give you an idea of what is possible as well with kids, right? Or kids stuff. So Annika, you have patterns and illustrations on Society6. I'm stuck with the third column. So Annika, give us a little bit more information on what would be possible for you with your skills and what you want to do, the things that you want to do. If you want to do lettering or illustration, what could you create? And look at the chat also. Look at the chat, because what could be the things that you could be creating in your business beyond client work, with, by combining what you're capable of doing and your skills. So Cecilia, graphic techniques, workshops, designing patterns, illustrated prints or fanzines, brushes, textures. Amazing. Melissa, chalkboard menus and A-boards for restaurants and boards. Anya. Anya, I have lots of ideas for passive income, like products, workshops, licensing. I just always fail in the right implementation and the marketing itself. I get it, Anya. And this is why we are here. This This is why we are taking it one step at the time. I just want to invite you not to be held back by previous experiences that perhaps were not successful, or that you felt that you couldn't pull through. I want you to today dedicate to just map what is possible for you, to map what you could be doing to make an income with your skills. And we will take it step by step, Anya. This is why we are here. Ooh, okay. Now it's coming. So, Bridget, selling personalized designs, teaching, and workshops. Yes. Fashion. I see murals, workshops, fonts. That's amazing. And so there's so much that is possible. And I love that we are also, in a way, creating a resource that is super inspiring for all of you, right? By looking at how others are coming up with ideas and ways in which they could generate income for their business, you can already pick up on, hey, maybe I could be doing that as well. Hey, maybe I could be teaching as well, right? And see what are the things that confirm that for you, right? What are the things that you have done in the past in which you felt comfortable, in which you felt that you were doing it right, right? Even if it's totally unrelated to what you are doing now, right? Or what you want to do, right? But all these skills will serve you as tools to move you forward in order to make an income with your skills. Now, this very simple exercise is something that you can do over and over again. And now we're gonna go into the weekend. So I invite you to continue working on this income streams map, because this is really an ongoing tool that you will continue to use in your business as time goes by, right? And what I think is important to say about the income streams map is that the fact that you have so many possibilities doesn't necessarily mean that you need to explore them all. So this is something that I think it's important to clarify, that, income streams, or mapping your income streams, is just a way for you to see what is possible for you and what are the things you could be exploring. And perhaps you will explore some of them. Perhaps some of them you won't, right? But it's important just to break away from the idea that you need to have clients, you need to have connections to make a living with your skills. I can tell you by my own experience that throughout time and throughout the years, I have started so many different income streams. I have offered workshops. I have started my own online shop. I have sold products on retail stores. I have done so many different stuff. And throughout the years, I have also came to realize, hey, I enjoy doing this, and I will put this down. I will just stop doing this, right? It was good as an experience just to find out if this is possible for me, and if this is something that I enjoy doing, but I'm gonna focus on this, right? So this is great about the income streams map, that it opens a world of possibilities for you, of what is possible for you with your skills, with what you want to do, but also with your previous experiences, so that you don't feel that you're starting over again from scratch, right? Now, let's do a quick review of what we have covered with this exercise. We have gone through this very simple scheme, which is the income streams map. And as I said, and yesterday was the same, you will look at this differently tomorrow. So let this exercise just come in and stay with you for a few days, and you will see how this will spark new ideas as the days go by, right? First, we saw a whole new thing, a whole new way to think about how to make an income with your skills, right? You can use what you have learned today to immediately help you have a clear set of opportunities to explore, right? So with this, you have a clear list of viable income streams, and you have a clear set of opportunities to explore. As I said before, you don't need to explore all of them. You may explore some of them, and you will leave some of them for later, or you may not explore those at all, right? Plus, you have learned how to use your previous experiences, your skills, your assets, and connections built through your career and your life to build upon this new stage of your professional life, so that you know what income streams you could explore and where to focus your efforts next now. So this has been an intense session. We are about to wrap it up, and I want you to go on the chat and see and go again through all the things that everyone has shared throughout the session, and realize that there's so much you could do with your skills. There's so much out there for you to explore. There's so many possibilities for you to explore with your skills. And this is what I want for you, that you will stand from now on, and after this second session, you will stand from a place of possibility instead of from a place of scarcity, of thinking like, oh, this is not possible, I don't have the clients, I want you to stand from a place of possibility. Now, I want you to go on the chat, and before we leave today, I want you to tell me what life will look like a year from now, once you have applied all of this. Knowing how to expand your income streams as a lettering artist or illustrator is really what helps you create autonomy over your business, make it less dependable on client work, and it gives you also peace of mind, right? Knowing that you are in control, that if a client assignment falls off, you are in control. You have other tools to bring income into your business. So I want you to comment on the chat. What does that look like for you in a year from now, when that income stream is up and running, right? And I want you to get clear about the impact that this will have in your life and the lives of your family and those that are around you. What will this predictability and this control over your business and your income will give you? And I want you to write on the chat, how would that feel for you? I love that you're helping one another here. This is gold. So I want you to write on the chat, what will life look like a year from now once you have applied all of this? Once you have started that income stream, that once you have that up and running. Priscilla, proud. Paula, that sounds so fulfilling. Aurelie, stimulating and fulfilling. Yes. So write on the chat, what will life look like a year from now once you have applied all of this? Once you have discovered, hey, I can run my business without depending on one client or on two clients, right? I can run my business and be in control of my income without depending on client work coming my way. So now it's coming. Jogi, I will have the freedom to actually have free weekends and not be pressured into working certain times. Gold. Money will come in and I get to live freely and independently. Hammock life. Hashtag hammock life. Oh, I'm gonna steal that. Jessica, I really just want creative autonomy. It will be creatively fulfilling and freeing. Tom, happy times. Yes. David, hoping making it professionally. Anya, being more relaxed, flexible, secure, having more time for myself, my family, and to travel. I will be super happy and full of freedom that I don't have to find new clients and projects all the time. Yes. Nikita, confident and happy. Victoria, in balance. Pri, a life with purpose and a defined path to follow. And this is coming next, Pri. Melissa, confident and organized. Jessica, I really don't want client work. I just want to make my things and make money from them. Yes. See, when I would have more money to travel and more confidence in my skills, will have created a stronger portfolio and been able to work with clients from all kinds of industries. Tatiana, living my dream life. Ashu, life will be happier and meaningful. Tatiana, for me, is the peace of mind and feeling that I'm able to push through my own barriers. Ines, going in the direction that I choose instead of going with the flow without a specific goal. This is so important. And I want to continue reading all of your comments, and I'm going to do that right after the session. But this is so important. I think if there's something that we're gaining throughout this first and second session is that you first need to have a goal in order to push in a certain direction. And what happens oftentimes for many lettering artists and illustrators is that they go in business, they go freelance without a clear set of goals, without a clear north, right? And they change, as I was saying yesterday, they change the image of a boss by the image of a client. And this is what I want you to break free from when you do this exercise, to break free from the idea that when you start your freelance business, you will need that client, because this is just changing bosses, right? And what I want you is to think of a freelance business as that place, that container that will allow you to start your own things, your own projects, your own income streams. Beyond client projects, right? You can do all the client projects that you want, but I want you to think of a freelance business as this container for you to do much more than just client projects. And even if you decide to do client projects solely, that's totally fine. But I want you to be empowered by the idea of, like, I can make this happen beyond a client giving me jobs, right? And this is what I think we're gaining clarity throughout this first and second session, right? That first, we get clear about what our goals are, what is it that we want to accomplish with the business, and second, what is this container gonna enable for us, right? Because at the end of the day, a freelance business, is a container for you to make your best work, to achieve your goals, and to help other people along the way with it, right? So, wrapping up this session, in the next workshop, I'm gonna show you the entire blueprint. I have a problem with that word. Blueprint to create a freelance business of your dreams, so that you can make a living with your skills as a lettering artist and illustrator. This is what I'm gonna share with you coming up on the third session. The third session is gonna happen on Monday. Remember, you have all the weekend to absorb all the things that we have talked about in the first and second session, to go through that again, to go through the creative business vision again, to go through the income streams map, to show it to friends, to ask family what they think, and to reiterate on the things that we have seen throughout these two sessions. So in the session number 3, I'm going to share the blueprint to create a freelance business of your dreams doing lettering and illustration. It builds on everything that we have talked about today and yesterday, and most importantly, it outlines everything from building the foundations of a business. It's really a blueprint. So it lays everything from building the foundations of your business, creating your personal brand, creating a portfolio, all the way to doing client outreach, creating income streams, doing client onboarding, pricing, all of that, right? It's really the complete blueprint, right? And I really believe that this session coming up is the most valuable training of the whole workshop. And you will walk away with so much clarity around what you need to do next and how all the pieces of the puzzle fit together. So I recommend you not to miss it. So if you are an aspiring freelancer, this is for you. And this will give you the exact path to follow for making your freelance practice a reality. And if you're an established freelance lettering artist or illustrator, then you will learn the specific steps that you need to take right now to amplify what you are doing, right? And get better results. Plus, you will get to identify the things that are holding you back from earning more while working less, which is a great goal. And I'm also going to include in the next session, I'm going to include a PDF that you can download with the full blueprint so that you can use it as a roadmap for your next steps, right? So the next workshop is going to be all about equipping you with the things that you need for long-term success, because we are here for the long run, right? And I know that you are here because you really care about this, because you really want to make this happen. And we are here for the long run, right? But for now, I really want to leave you with this. Just by learning what we covered today, you're just one step closer to your ultimate goal, which is building a freelance business as a lettering artist or illustrator. And you and I, we both know that there's so much more to this, right? This is not just about building a freelance business, because building a freelance business means that you will be doing the work you love for the people who appreciate it the most. And you will be also in the driver's seats of your life, having the autonomy and the freedom that we all talked about throughout these two sessions, right? If there's something that comes over and over again, is those goals of autonomy, freedom, capacity to achieve certain things, right? And we both know that ultimately building that freelance business, doing lettering and illustration, which is the work we love, is what will enable that, right? So it's much more than just the business. It's all what it enables, right? And this is what I want you to take away from today and take with you into the weekend, and schedule already today, Friday, schedule the appointments for next week, which is Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. if you're in Europe, and Tuesday as well at the same time, right? So coming up is the blueprint, and Elias, give us the details and the wrap up for today's session. Thank you everybody for joining today and for the great work. You're the best.
Thank you, Martina. Yes, I'm gonna do a quick wrap up before we say goodbye. It was an amazing session, really inspiring. Not only Martina's word on this topic, but also to see so many different ideas for income streams that you have on your plate. I also saw some of the comments kind of like struggling to make these income streams happen in the future, or some things that you have tried in the past but didn't quite work that well. And I can't think of anything else but to encourage you to come to the next session because it will be super informative. It will be essential for you to sort of like break that barrier and really make these income streams and all of your goals and purposes that we have been discussing in the previous session a reality, right? So Martina already commented this, but I also have been working on some of the content that you will see on Monday, and it's super complete. It's super, I don't know, detailed, and I think you will take great takeaways from it. So be sure to not miss it next Monday. Like she said, we're gonna have 2 more sessions, Monday and Tuesday. The hour is the same that usual. It's at 9 a.m. Eastern Time if you're in America. That means 3 p.m. Central Time if you're in Europe, for Monday and for Tuesday. And yes, I think we are ready to reveal the second letter of the 3 secret words. And that letters, let's do some drum roll, please. It's the letter C again. So we have 2 letters C so far, one for yesterday and one for today. You can already start thinking about these 2 secret words in the meantime. And on Monday, we will reveal the third one. And so you can enter the 3 secret words on Tuesday to have the chance and win the one-to-one coaching call with Martina. And yes, it was such a great session. I can't believe that it's going so well. And I'm seeing so many super nice comments in the chat. And yeah, just give it up for Martina, which did amazing once again. And yeah, you want to say bye, Martina?
Thank you, everyone. I'm so looking forward for Monday. And I hope that you will have used this weekend just to go through the sessions again and to go through the exercises that you did. I know that many of the things that we saw throughout the sessions will come into place throughout the weekend. So yeah, hashtag Hamburg Life. Joki, I just stole that from you and it stood with me. See you on the next session. Bye bye.